What's going on? Brian Maxwell checking in here. As promised, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be coming at you, giving you tips to help you be able to increase your performance, your profits, and your production at your dealership. So right now, what we're going to talk about is how to handle it when a customer tells you that they want more for their trade. And let's just face it, when it comes to handling objections, there's typically only 5. The price is too high. I want to think about it. I want to talk to my spouse. I want more for my trade, and I'd like to shop around. If you think about it, those 5 are the 5 most common. Now, there are times that someone may come up with another one. They like to pray about it, or, they want to stop by one other store. All of those fall up under the umbrella of one of the 5. Either I want to shop around, the price is too high, I want to think about it, I'd like to talk to my spouse, or I want more for my trade. So the better prepared you are to handle these when they come up, the more confident, the more comfortable, and a lot more customer focused you can be, the triple C's. So let's talk about it. So when someone tells you that they want more money for their trade, first of all, you have to keep in mind that an individual's trade is more than just that vehicle there. A lot of times it has sentimental value. Okay, you have no idea whether this could have been the vehicle that they bought when they first got married, got out of the military, had their first child, the last vehicle that their parents gave to them before they, went on, passed on into their, next part of the journey of their existence. We don't know. And so when we're dealing with somebody's trade, first off, remember, to us, it may be a POS. But at the end of the day, to that person, it has a lot more meaning than that. So when it comes to the trade, of course, a person is going to expect or desire to get more than what it may actually be worth because they've got all of the memories locked up in it. Now, one of the issues that people in automotive sales in particular, they lead themselves down this path that creates this type of a confrontation when it comes to the trade. And here's why. Let's think about what the word trade means. If I have a bottle of water and you have a bottle of water and I say, I want to trade you my bottle of water for yours. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be expecting a bottle of water of equal to or of greater value. If I have a full bottle of water and you have an empty bottle of water and I say, let's trade. Okay, I'm going to be expecting to trade my full bottle for another full bottle or maybe 2 full bottles and vice versa. If my water bottle is empty and yours is full and I say, let's trade, you're going to be expecting a water bottle that's also equally as full, or maybe you'll expect 2 for that one, but you for doggone sure don't want to accept less. Now, how is it that we create these issues for ourselves in automotive sales? Number one, a lot of salespeople still ask the customer how much they want for their trade. Now, this is where it leads to disconnect. Number one, we're using the word trade, and words have power. You have to realize this. Words trigger a type of a thought, a type of an impression, or it helps a person remember a particular situation. So when we talk about the word trade, of course, in a person's mind, they're expecting equal or greater value. Okay, so when we ask the person how much you want for the trade, let's just say they say $10,000. By us asking them, they just told you 10,000, so guess their mind is locked on 10,000. And people say, well, it's always good to find out what they want for it. Why? Why is that good to find that out? Because really what it does, it puts a number in their mind. And even if the vehicle is worth 10,000, you should know, if you don't already, there's no way they're going to get 10,000 for it from a dealership when all of this type of paperwork, registration, certifications, inspections, cleaning, all of these things have to be done. Not to mention that they're going to be reselling it with the hopes of being able to make some type of a profit on it. All right. So we create this issue when we ask how much you want for their trade. Now I want you to think about something like this. Knowing that words have power. There is a way for you to ask that same question, but with just changing the verbiage. Think about it like this. Let's say a person rode in a Nissan and you're at a Ford store. You say, hey, listen, I saw that vehicle you rode in. What type of vehicle is that? It's a Nissan Maxima. Awesome. Let me ask you a question. Are you interested in selling that? Because we may be interested in buying it. All right. So now if the person says, well, yeah, I may be wanting to see what I can get for it. Awesome. What I'm going to do, I'll get with one of my managers who is actually one of the best in the business at being able to, give you good value. I'll get them to take a look at it and we'll at least be able to tell you what we may be willing to buy it for. All right. So now what we've done, as opposed to saying trade, I use what's called a pattern interrupt. And I asked them, hey, are you interested in selling it? Because we may be interested in buying it. Because at the end of the day, if you really break it down and think about it, that's what's happening. If they're interested in selling their vehicle, the dealership is buying it from them and then applying any type of the equity or the proceeds or whatever is left over in it into the deal. But it's not a trade. It's not like they're trading in their vehicle and then they're being able to drive out in a new one for an exchange. No, it's actually a buy and a sell situation. Now, why is this important to use? Hey, we may be interested in buying that. Are you interested in selling it versus the trade? Number one, we know that trade will trigger the type of thought process where they think they're getting something of equal or greater value. Number two, it's a sales pattern interrupt where the average person isn't asked that question in this format. So, hey, listen, I saw you drove into that Nissan Maxima. Are you interested in selling that? Because we may be interested in buying it. We get requests as far as in our pre-owned lot about vehicles like this all the time. Well, yeah, okay, awesome. What I'm going to do is I'll get one of my managers, and he's really good at being able to get, quality value. I'll get him to take a look at it, and we'll at least be able to tell you what we may be willing to buy it for. And you notice I said what we may be willing to buy it for, okay? And now, guess what we've done? We've eliminated asking them how much they want for it, so we don't have them locked in on a specific number, okay? Now, when it comes out, and let's just say they do want $10,000, but what's being offered is $7,000. Next, you have to know how to handle that. So let's just say that they went to Kelley Blue Book and they got it, okay? Now, Kelley Blue Book, you may know this, but if not, I'm sharing some information with you. Kelley Blue Book is actually owned by Auto Trader. And as we know, Auto Trader buys and sells vehicles. And so the Kelley Blue Book website is nothing more than a lead generation source. It gets people over there submitting their information on a vehicle that they may be interested in selling. And guess what? They're contacted by one of the Auto Trader representatives to see about, giving them a cash offer of some kind. So a person says that they went to Kelley Blue Book. Now, when a customer goes to Kelley Blue Book, guess what it asks them when they're getting what they should be getting from a dealership? It asks them, hey, how many miles is on the vehicle? Do you rate it poor, fair, good, or great quality? It's very minimal questions, and then it spits out a number. Okay? Now, on the flip side of that, they also offer a cash offer, which is what they would be willing to buy it for. Now, when you go through this sequence, there's literally pages on pages online with all of these questions that you typically don't think about. Did you smoke in the vehicle? Do you have all the maintenance records? Do all the tires match? Any scratches, nicks, dents? How many accidents? How many owners? It's a whole bunch of questions that when a person is going through answering that is what they would be willing to buy for versus when they're loading the customer with information on what to go into a dealership. So the way you handle that, if a person says that they went to Kelley Blue Book, it's like this. Well, listen, you guys are offering me $7,000, but I want $10,000. Matter of fact, I saw it on Kelley Blue Book. Really? That's awesome. You know what? At the end of the day, I've had a number of people that did exactly what you did. They did their research, and that just shows me that you all are intelligent. Okay? And you may know this, but Kelley Blue Book is actually owned by Auto Trader. And as you know, Auto Trader buys and sells vehicles. So I know what they told you we should offer you for your vehicle. But let's see what they would be willing to offer because they do make cash offers. And what I ask is that we agree on one of three things. Number one is if we look at what Kelley Blue Book is offering and what they're offering is higher than what I'm offering, man, I'll take you over there to sell your vehicle and pick up that check myself. Okay. Number two is if we look and what they're offering is different from what we're offering, give or take a couple $100, I will go in there to my manager and I will fight to make this right for you. But third is if we look at what they're offering and if what I'm offering is better than what they're offering, let's just agree that this is a good option. Is that fair enough? Okay. Now what you've done, you've just covered all the bases. If what they come out with is higher, hey, listen, I'll take you over there to pick that check up myself. If what they're offering is just give or take a couple $100 different from what I'm offering, hey, I'll go fight on your behalf and make it right. But lastly, is if we look and if what I'm offering is greater than what they're offering, let's just agree that this is a good deal. Okay. Now, 9 times out of 10, they'll say, okay, all right, cool. And what you do is you take your computer screen, you turn it to where you both can see it. You go to the Kelley Blue Book site and you click where it says Insta Cash Offer. And you actually go through and the questions that it asks, you ask your customer these questions. And as they answer, you just push the button or click the mouse. Okay. So you're not answering anything. They are. And you let them know, hey, it's going to take us through a series of questions. That way you at least know exactly what's going on. I'm sure that that's important to you. So you let them know, hey, it's going to take us a little bit. It's going to take a few minutes. And when you go through and you answer that, what you'll find is in most cases, the dealership's offer is better than what Auto Trader would be willing to pay a person. So don't be afraid of that. So when it comes to the trade, Make sure you find out exactly what's going on. If it's Kelley Blue Book, educate your customer. But other than that, never get afraid by it. Listen to this video, recap it, go through it, and make sure that you use every tool that you have to be able to do everything you can to make it easy for a customer to do business with you, all right? Brian Maxwell coming at you. Look forward to seeing you at the dealership. And if you like the word track in this video, if you've looked at the other videos and you like the hundreds, if not thousands of other people around the world who have watched these videos, who are truly using what they're learning from them to improve their results, by all means, click the link in the description, because I have some amazing word tracks, some tremendous audios and videos that will A, help you with your sales process. B, the most impactful program that I have available on the other site is how to drive Facebook leads. You can truly turn on your system and have leads flowing to you from Facebook within the next 24 hours. And it's all available, laid out for you. If you're looking to make more money and increase your lifestyle and your results, now's your chance. Click the link in the description, go on over, check it out. Other than that, I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership. Take it easy, but go hard.